Welcome back to another Miami Heat post-game show. The Miami Heat are the best team in the NBA. We're going to win a championship. We're back, baby. We're going to make the same run as we did last year. No one can beat us. Just kidding. So, the Miami Heat did have a really big victory tonight against the Cavs at home. They won 121-84, which was unbelievable. Like the fact that this team was up 45 points at one point against any team in the NBA. Like I know the Cavs are third, but they didn't have we're all no one's healthy right now in the NBA, right? They were undermanned. They've had Donovan Mitchell, their best player, out for a while. Struess and a few others. You know, we already know who we're missing. The white boys on our team have been out for a while. So either way, I'm like, just shocked. How the hell were we up by 45 points? Like we ended up winning by 37, which is huge. So this is like the seventh biggest victory in Miami Heat's franchise. Obviously, the biggest margin of victory. And Twitter's pretty funny now. It's just everybody thinks the Heat are back now after this victory, after a bounce back, as we call it, right? As Heat Nation calls it. I'm happy we won. It is an important win. We needed to win, especially because the Sixers beat the freaking Clippers, which I'm pissed about. I don't know how the Clippers blew that, but either way, Martel, what are your thoughts on this? Because again, the whole theme of the season, besides injuries, we have one step forward, one step back, right? We took a step back the last game. We're taking our step forward. Can we continue and build on this for the remainder of the season and get it out of the play-in? Or what are your thoughts, though, first on the game? Maybe we could talk a little bit more about the rest of the year.
Well, we just have to be consistent. This game we had seven players in double figures, and this Miami Heat offense struggles to score sometimes. So it's kind of weird to see, this Miami Heat team score 120 plus points when usually, or the last game, they only had like 88 points. So I just think this Miami Heat team has to be consistent. They can't, be nonchalant. And Jimmy Butler, he has to be at the head of it. He is our best player. He's our leader, and we go as far as he takes us along with Bam Adebayo. I'm just hoping that this Miami Heat team can at least get out of the play-in tournament because that week of basketball, the Miami Heat could use that to heal up and to rest up. So hopefully going forward, we continue to stack these wins so that we can get out of the play-in tournament.
Yeah, man, we finally won. I've been asking for a victory like this for a while now. That's all I've been asking for. A terrible team, a good team. I mean, this is a good team, record wise. I mean, they're 43-28. They're 4 games ahead of us. They didn't have their best players and stuff like that, and these are the type of games that we kind of skunk up throughout the whole season and just how Heat play. Like we'll skunk this game up, we'll somehow win it, but win it by like 2 points or like get saved by a buzzer beater like Bam in the Detroit game. So I'm happy we won this game. We're 39-32. I'm still standing on what I'm saying. What I'm saying. I'm still standing on what I said. A few episodes. I think we're gonna go 7-7 and finish about 44-38. And that's gonna be us a playing team. Because everybody that thinks the Heat are back, it's wrong. Like it's wrong. It's wrong, bro. Let's relax. I don't want to be a negative Nancy man over here, but let's just relax. The Cavaliers, like, it was just one of those nights for the Cavaliers where, like, when do you see a team score 17 points in the second quarter and then 18 points in the third? Like, you usually typically don't see that. I'll give credit to our defense because that's incredible right there. But I also will say, like, that was just, they just had a bad game. It happens. Like, out of an 82 game season, like, you had bad games. And that's what the Cavaliers just had a horrible game. You usually don't see 17, 18 and stuff like that. Even 22-point quarter, like, it was terrible. And even when the game started, like, it was 7-0. Like, I just felt the game was already over after that. Like, he just came to prepare to play as they should. And we got to get ready for this playoffs. We're in 7th seed, and we're still 1 game behind the Pacers. And the Pacers are playing the Lakers currently right now. So, hopefully the Lakers win. And it's crazy to say that I'm rooting for the Lakers because I hate them dudes.
Well, we hate them, but we gotta root for them tonight. What's the? Do you have the
Yeah, the
score right
Lakers
now?
the Lakers are winning by 4 points at its halftime, 68-72. Very high scoring. Jesus Christ. But this is what I want to say, and I'll let y'all talk. Everybody that keeps saying, "Oh, seeding doesn't matter," this and bro, let me tell you this: we're this is the worst position to possibly be in because we need other teams to win. You never want to be in that position ever. You never want to be in that position. We're rooting for the Lakers. We're rooting for the other teams that we're not even playing because we didn't handle our business earlier in the year. That's a problem. I hate that stuff. I hate relying on teams because we couldn't do what we needed to do. I get it, injuries are happening, but when our team is healthy, we can't lose those games. Simple as that.
Yeah, like Memphis Grizzlies without Ja, without Bane, without everybody. The start of that 7-game losing streak, losing to the Raptors, losing to the Wizards, yada yada yada. To Trent's point, I was watching other box scores, which I typically don't really care about because I'm not in fantasy basketball. I haven't been in a couple seasons, so I don't care as much about the other teams. I was pissed because the Warriors freaking lost to the Pacers. Like we were hoping, and Eric Reed was talking about this. What was it, Friday when we were playing against the Pelicans? Like, hopefully these teams that are going out west, like the Pacers specifically, like big West Coast trip, we need them to lose. Like, and it's true, man. Like, we're at that point. We have what, 10, 11, 12 games left now. And like, we messed up with like 3 or 4, like 5 games against some horrible teams. Like, we win half of those. Like, if we go 3-2 versus those teams right there, we're at 42. Like, we're like possibly the 4th seed right now. And that's just like 5 games against horrible teams. Right now, of course, again, we are second most clutch games. Clutch games are games that are decided by 5 points or less with 5 minutes left to go in the game. So, again, shocked that tonight, to Trent's point, we were up big and like we got to relax. Like, I like this stuff as a sports fan. Like, I've been a fan of this Heat team. They're torturous. We all know this. One day you'll get like the best team on earth, and the next you get a team that looks like they can lose to a college team. And we never get double-digit victories. Like, when was the last time? The last time was against the Pistons, and that was like in the 4th quarter. That was a close game, and we ended up winning by 12. So, like, we need to take care of business. We haven't done that, and I don't think we're back necessarily either. Like, this doesn't prove a lot. I'm happy we won. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't prove that we could compete for sure at this point. Like, Donovan Mitchell was like an MVP type player this season, right? Like, he's been out for a little bit now, but like, I want to see us beat the Bucks now after they've figured it out. I want to see us beat the Celtics, the Clippers, the Nuggets, like a better team than the Cavs, who are like a good regular season team. So yeah, I don't know how I feel, honestly, because this offense, not including tonight, is rough, man. Like, we didn't talk about the Pels game, guys, but like 88 points, like, that's rough. So I don't know, Martel, what's your outlook? So Trent, you think, or you can hop in, Trent. I know you said you think we'll go like 6-6 probably, like in the next 12 games or whatever. But can we get out of the play-in? Like, are we destined for the play-in? Because one last point, if the season finished today, we would be 7th, right? And we would be playing the 8th seed, right? 7 plays 8th, winner gets the 7th seed. Guess who's coming back apparently in April? Joel Embiid. Even though we talked about this and think that that's crazy that he's going to play, he's speculated to come back. Like,
he shouldn't. Listen, there's no way.
But
he shouldn't.
He comes back and the Heat are 7th and they're 8th, and we lose that game. Like, we lost to the Hawks last year when they were 8th and we were 7th. Because the Heat were 7th seed last year, technically, right? But then they lost, so we were dropped to the 8th. If that happens, dude, we're playing the Celtics in the first round. So, I mean, like, this is not a good position to be in. So, anyway, Trent, what was your thought?
So
you were gonna jump in.
What I was gonna say is you kind of brought up my point was the Sixers, right? We can beat the Sixers in a series, but the thing is, this is a playing game, so you don't get them in a 7-game series. You get them in a 1-game series. Anything could possibly happen, and with that, Joel Embiid being back is already going to put a threat on the court, and that's just going to get everybody else going. Like, Kyle Lowry been balling for the freaking 76ers, dog. Like, it's annoying. Tyrese Maxey's a damn all-star player. Like, they got a solid team over there, man. So, like, we just need to get 6th seed. That's all I'm worried about. Because I do not want to see no team in that 7-8 matchup, because anything could possibly happen. I mean, you saw what happened last year. We lost. And I will say this, though. Like, if we do get the 8th seed, I am from Boston, so I would definitely love to go watch the Heat play in Boston. as a fan, we can't duck the smoke, right? We've been bashing Boston all year. We've been bashing Boston all year, Amir. At like all Heat fans, we've been bashing them. So like now that we get them in the first round, it's like, do we want to see Boston? Nah, we gotta hold. We gotta talk back it
Well,
up
that's
because
smoke.
we've
Yeah.
been bashing them. So if we see Boston in the first round, bring it. I would definitely be going to the 7-game series because I think that'll be a 7-game series. And even if it's not a 7-game series, guess what? We are gonna tire them out, and that's all we need to do. Because if as long as Boston don't win, I don't care. You know why? Because Boston fans suck. So if we tire Boston out as much as possible in that first round, then they got the second round, then they got the Eastern Conference Finals, and then they got the finals. Remember what the Miami Heat did, right? Boston tired us out. We should have never went to 7. Boston tired us out in the
I
Eastern
agree.
Conference Finals. We was up 3-1. We made it a 7-game series. Bull crap.
We were up
Because
3-0, technically,
Well,
thinking
yeah.
about that first.
But I will say this, right? Denver would have still won the championship, but I at least think we would have won 6 games. We was just so
Mhm.
gassed and
Tired,
tired,
bro.
and they were just a better team than us. But at least we made it a little more competitive. Like that was one of the easiest finals that some people just watched. It's like, are we serious? So if we don't win, let's tire Boston out. That's all I say. And then I'm not ducking no smoke from Boston because we've been talking all that talking. Especially, I wish Ernest was here because Ernest has so much faith in his team, and I want to see what he thinks about us playing Boston in the first round. I really do.
Dude,
But
the
yeah.
Boston Celtics are 32-3 at home.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's crazy. So
That
like,
is crazy.
like
But I wouldn't be surprised
tough.
if they lose in the playoffs because that's what they do. You know, like when you look at some of the stacked teams, Giannis, he's been like the first seed with the Bucks, and look what we did with them. So, like, is it impossible? No. But the Miami Heat, they don't really make it easy on themselves when they're the 7th or the 8th seed or playing in the playing tournament or half the roster because we still really haven't even gotten any update on Tyler Hero. We've gotten
Nothing.
no update.
No.
Kevin Love is ready to go. I think he's ready to go, but they're just resting him, and that's fine. Kevin Love could take as long as he wants because he was phenomenal when he was playing. But Tyler Hero, no, maybe next week or in 2 weeks. That's very strange to me. That it's just very, very quiet about what's going on with his foot.
Yeah.
And it's like what Trent said like a while back. Don't be surprised if it's season ending and he doesn't come back. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't. I think Duncan's gonna be all right. I think that was
It's a back
just go to the
injury.
doctor. Yeah, just go to the doctor and make sure that you're good. But the Tyler thing is a huge because it's hard for this Miami Heat roster where everything has to go right for this Miami Heat roster. We don't have the talent or the athleticism compared to the other teams. It's crazy just to say, oh, well, Jimmy and Bam can just do everything. That's a lot to put on 2 players. We need everybody healthy. And the fact that we don't even have Josh Richardson either, people forget about him. And yes, we got Patty Mills, and yes, we got DeLon Wright, but I want to go into the playoffs with a fully healthy Miami Heat roster. And it's a shame that we really haven't been able to see that within the past few years.
Patty Mills is terrible. He should not be playing, bro. You want to know something crazy? I seen this stat. He started off like 3 for 3 at the 3-point line, or 3 for 4 in the Heat debut. The dude's like 3 for 31 since then.
Worse. Or he was worse before this. He was 3 for 36.
Dude, it's
in
so
his last
bad.
4 games. Unreal, right? Like, what
Dude,
the hell is that?
He shouldn't play. And I get it. We're so banged up that he needs to be playing in the starting lineup and stuff like that. But dude, he sucks. Like he's just got. When I seen that signing, I said 2 things. Jay Rich or Tyler Hero's out for this season. One of them. And it looks like they may be both out for the season. If you want to yeah. And then yeah, like I said, man, I'm gonna be rooting for this team no matter what. But I'm one of those fans that no one likes because I'm realistic with it, and I'm always gonna say the truth. And the Heat fans don't like the truth. What y'all want to hear is us say, yeah, the Heat are gonna go 82-0 and we're gonna win a championship, and Jimmy Butler is the best player in the NBA. No, I'm not saying that because it's not true. I'm not delusional. I watch way too many basketball. I watch way too many teams in this league that are way better than us, and they're making front office moves like. Perfect. I mean, I hate the Celtics, but bro, give the Celtics credit, man. I mean, bro, adding Porzingis and Drew Holiday to a team with already Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown is just insane. Like that's just a crazy flip. And I will say this, right? So he's talking about the records, right? 32-3 at home. the Miami Heat are a terrible home team. They're terrible. They're actually better away than home this year. So this actually may could be interesting, right? Because Celtics are very good at home, but we're also good away. So it could be a little factor heading into the series if we play them in the first round. But let's just go finish these games out. We got the Warriors next. That's going to be a battle because they lost today, and if they lose against the Heat, they're out the playoffs. Play in too. So yeah, we got
Fully
some
out.
stuff.
They go to 11 if they lose
Yeah,
to the Heat.
yeah. If they lose, they go to 11 if Houston wins, or like they be tied. So that's bad. And then the last thing I'll say is the Blazers and the Wizards. We have to go. Yo,
Don't even bring that up, man. Like it's just like it's because it's not like it's like it should be automatic, but it's not with the Heat. You know what I mean?
bro, if we lose these 2 games, bro, we shouldn't be in the playoffs. Like we got to go on a 2-game win streak.
If we
Like,
lose those
Four
2 games,
game. No,
I'm
we need
gonna,
a 4-game win streak right now.
yeah, we do. And if
Well,
we lose,
yeah,
We need a 4-game.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. Like the Warriors, and then the thing is, it's like the Knicks is going to be a battle no matter what, healthy or not. 76ers, that's April, so you think he'll be back then?
I don't
Who,
think
like-
so.
Okay, yeah, I don't.
Who we
think
talking
so.
about, Tyler?
What injury exactly did he have?
Joel
For
or-
Embiid. Yeah.
oh, Embiid, knee,
Yeah,
meniscus.
knee injury.
And
yeah.
he's crazy. He's coming back way too fast. I don't care how long it's been. Listen, a guy that's like what 300 pounds and 7 feet tall coming back off of him, man. That's how
Yeah.
people get injured again.
That's how you ruin your career.
That's how you ruin your career. I'm telling you, I would have shut him down.
Yeah.
He's getting
I
older
would
too.
have shut him down, bro. I would have shut him down real quick.
He's getting closer to 30. Trent, I want to follow up on some of the Boston stuff that you said earlier, though. So you said you've been saying the Heat are cooked, and if we lose to any of the teams you mentioned, even one of them, if we lose to the Wizards or who was the other team, the Blazers, I'll agree we're cooked because like that's unacceptable with this many games at this point. Like how important each game is, right?
Every game
Like,
counts.
Every game counts, but I don't know. I think you said you think the Heat could go 7 with Boston if we were the 8th seed and they were number 1 and we're playing them first round. Like, I don't know, man. I hate we're doing the same thing that Heat fans are doing with like saying that because the Heat last year did this, that they're capable of doing it again. Like, we're worse offensively, it feels like, even with a deeper team.
Well,
like
I say this. I say we go 6-7 because the Celtics are soft and our intensity is just we're just a tougher team, and then you could bully the Celtics. That's why like I have a Celtics my old boss, he's a big Celtics fan, and he actually wants to hop on the podcast because he hates the Heat. He's sending me messages all the time about the Heat. But he's like, bro, y'all are tough. Y'all, the intensity is always there, and intensity is always going to be risen up in the playoffs. So that's why I think just those 2 things alone could make the Celtics like panic a little bit. And Jason Tatum is just Jason Tatum in the postseason. Like, let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So like I don't think we're good enough to beat the Celtics, but like intensity, playoffs,
okay,
Tatum. So like like that.
I feel you, but also it's like we're also saying the same thing though because Boston hasn't won with their build yet. We can't assume that because of last year they didn't win, or the year before they went to the finals. They played against Steph Curry. Like that was like one of his greatest championships that he's ever put together with that team. Obviously, it's not the same team that he had with like a KD and then of course a healthy Clay and Draymond. So like that's the thing though. Boston can get over the hump. Like they are dominating the regular season. The stat that I love to say: who wins championships? 51 of the last 77 champions. The NBA's been around since the merger, 77 years. 51 of those have been 1 seeds for a reason because they're the best team, and it translates to the playoffs. So, like, I hate the Celtics. I believe we can compete against them. I don't know if I believe truthfully we could beat them unless we're healthy. If, right, Trent? Like, if we're not healthy. So, I don't think we're going to beat them, honestly. Not to be pessimistic because I am optimistic. I have faith and hope, like, in this team. But I don't want to sell the Celtics short because of X, Y, and Z. Like for the past years, they're different. So LeBron and JJ Redick were on a podcast, right? They have a new out podcast together. I didn't listen to it. I saw a highlight saying Jason Tatum's 25. He's been to 5. He's been to a finals once and 5 Eastern Conference finals at age 25. He's like, I didn't win. LeBron's like, I didn't win a ring till I was 28. Kobe didn't win his first one without Shaq till he was 28.
Which is crazy.
Like all these people, Jordan 28, like Kawhi 29, 28, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? 20. Well, he was younger with that first one. I don't count, but like he won that one with the Raptors. He's like 28. Like that's like the year, the peak. Your peak is like 27 to like 32, basically, right? Like he's still young as fuck. I hate Jason Tatum. That guy pushes off every goddamn play. Like I don't like Jason Tatum, but I don't want to sell them short. Like just because last year they didn't make it, or the year before they didn't win. Like we're doing the same thing that Heat fans are saying, right? Just based on shit from that happened in the past. Like that's the past. They added Drew Holiday, one of the best two-way players in the NBA. They added KP, who's always hurt, but he's averaging 20 points per. They added another 20-point scorer with Jaylen Brown and Tatum, right? Like they're a juggernaut right now. So, and even if we get past them, we don't even talk about the West teams anymore, Trent. Like you said, like we're not going to see a West team. Like if we do, we're not going to beat the Nuggets. Like, you know,
well, this is kind of what I was just saying. Like we can't like early in the season because we was playing good basketball. Like we can't even now to this day, like on Twitter and just Heat fans in general, we can't bash the Celtics and then be scared of them. Like how does that make sense? So like we got to keep the same energy. We can't. Got to keep the same energy. That's why I brought that up. Like, all right, if we see the Celtics, like I know they're gonna beat us, but let's see what's up. Let's see what we can do. Like, don't be like, I don't know. I think that's just kind of weird. Like, Celtics suck after Celtics this and that, and then it's like, nah, but they're gonna beat us. Like what? So that's all.
Yeah, but we don't think the Celtics suck. Anybody on here think the Celtics suck?
Twitter hate fans are psycho.
Well, so are Boston fans. Every sport has, or every team in every sport.
No, that's true. But
their stands.
Heat fans think we can actually beat Celtics, and it's kind of insane.
Hey, anything's
listen,
possible.
It won't be easy. Listen, it won't be easy. Listen, I would say that as a Heat, that Heat fans think it's gonna just be Jimmy Butler, Jim VP. People don't realize like that was exhausting for him to even do that. Yeah. It looked effortless because obviously we're watching it on TV and he's dropping 45 and 50. But go watch those highlights, even the bubble, just look what he did. That's exhausting. And that means that everything has to go right. Giannis got hurt twice and all these other things like that. Like those were miracle runs. Yes, we've done them more than once. And I guess it's, more than just a miracle, but it's a lot to put on Jimmy Butler to say, yeah, just carry us there and just think we're going to win. It's very tough.
We live and die by Jimmy Butler and the three. Like, if Jimmy's not right and carrying us, then we can't get far. If we're not hitting threes, you saw what happened against the Pelicans, right? I mean, even if we shot even slightly better than whatever the hell we shot, 5 for 42 or whatever the hell it was, like, we only go as far as Jimmy takes us and our 3-point shooting. That's like, and we can't shoot. Have you seen the formula for the last few games? Like, besides today, like, what are they doing right now? They're clogging the paint so that Jimmy and Bam can't operate in there, and they're forcing us to shoot. So tough. But anyway, big win. We didn't really talk a lot about this game today because there's not much to say, obviously. Like, I mean, we had a bunch of guys. Haywood Highsmith was our leading scorer, right? So we just busted their ass. They didn't show up for work today, the Cavs. And we have a big one on Tuesday. So got to get this dub against the Warriors. I don't know. Any predictions? We'll close out here, but any thoughts? Do you think we can win this game? I think we'll win this game.
Warriors are not that good, but Heat are also not that good either, so we'll see.
I mean, anything can happen, man. I'm looking at the final schedule, to your point, Trent, and it's supposed to be easy, but I mean, Knicks, Sixers, Rockets are playing good, to your point. I mean, playing Dallas. Who knows?
They're all fighting. The thing is, they're all fighting for seeding. There's not, if you look at that schedule, exactly. And I'm not about to try to ramble, but if you look at the schedule, there's not one team on this team, on the roster, on the schedule right now, that outside of the Raptors are fighting for seeding.
True.
Yeah, so
we'll see. So anyway, yeah. So anyway, Heat are 39 and 32, 7th seed. I mean, we're 4 games back from the 3rd seed, right? We're 4 games back 5 games, excuse me. If no 4. We're actually 4 now because Cavs have been losing lately because Mitchell's been out. 12 games. I mean, win the games we can win, 1 game at a time, and then hope Cavs, Knicks, Magic, Pacers, lose a few here and there. So go Lakers tonight. F the Lakers for life, but I guess, go Lakers at least. So
Oh, they're up 11.
are they?
Yep.
Well, sad that we got to watch other box scores, but either way, thank you so much for watching. Any closing words?
Share, comment, subscribe.
All right,
Go
guys.
Heat.
We'll talk to you soon. Have a good one.